Gramps, what's happening at Command Central today? Gramps! Gramps!
What?
How do you expect to hear me when you're making so much noise?
Is that you, Nancy? I must have dozed off for a second.
A second? I don't think so. You were asleep a long, long time.
A long time? It wasn't a long time. It was just a second, and a second is a short time.
Yeah, well, anyway, what's happening with you today, Gramps?
Well, not sure, Nancy. Let's see. The day's Wednesday the 18th?
Nope. Today is Friday the 27th.
Are you kidding? Friday the 27th? Well, I gotta get going this minute.
Why? What's so special about Friday the 27th? Something happening on Friday the 27th?
Well, yes, let's see. Well, it's Friday the 27th, and that means that, well, nothing special, I guess. I mean, after all, it is just March. Got myself all in a lather for nothing.
Nope. It's September.
September? Please tell me it's not true. I can't believe I'm sitting here, it being September, Friday the 27th. I gotta go.
What? Oh, wait! Whoa! Slow down. Slow down. Now explain to me why you're so upset that the time is September.
You young folks have no perception of time, do you? Look, I gotta tell you, if it is September, then it is time to...
Time to what? Take it easy. Calm down. And just explain to me why you're so upset that the time is September.
Look, if the time is September, then that means... It means... Let's see. Well, it means something, but I don't have any recollection of what.
Look, you're getting all upset about nothing. You know this isn't good for your heart.
You're right there, all right. Old Doc Iverson told me you better watch that old padum heart of yours. If you don't control your excitement, it's going to be padum, pazoing.
Padum, zoing? What's padum zoing mean?
Well, it means my heart's going to be pumping along, and in the midst of all the excitement, it's going to be pazoing, quit right on the spot, padum for the last time, and I'll be a goner, I will.
Oh no, Gramps! Well, that does it. You've just got to watch it. No more worrying about the month or the day or the time. Understand?
Oh, you're right as usual, Nancy. After all, it is just 2010, right?
2010? Where have you been? It's 2019, not 2010.
2019? It's 2019? Don't just sit there. It's 2019. That means...
Here we go again. Look, we've been through this all before. You had a fit when you found out that it was Friday the 27th. You totally lost it when you found out it was September. And now, just because it's 2019, you're flipping out. Chill, Gramps. Chill.
But you don't understand. It's the 27th.
Yep, and we went through this before. The 27th comes around every month. No biggie.
No biggie on its own, but it's Friday the 27th.
Yes, it is. And that means we decided that didn't mean anything special either.
Listen, it is Friday, September the 27th, 2019.
Yes, it is. And that means nothing special, really. You said that yourself last time.
Oh, that's before it sunk in. It's 2019. Repeat after me. 2019.
2019.
No. Say it slow like I do and think it through. 2, 0, 1, 9.
2, 0, 1, 9.
I think you got it that time, didn't you?
No, I really didn't.
I can't figure you out. How can you sit there so calmly with it being Friday, September the 27th, 2019? That means...
It means what, Gramps?
time to kill.
Time to kill?
Yes, time to kill.
Which means what?
Time is up.
Time is up?
Yes, I'm sorry to say.
Well, I'm sorry to say too, you totally lost me that time.
That's exactly it, time. Friday, September the 27th, it's that time.
Time for what?
Time to kill.
Oh, time to kill. Well, okay, all right, so anywho.
Oh, I can see you don't understand.
You read right through me that time.
It's been 25 years.
25 years. What are you talking about?
It's all about time.
Care to explain?
It's the old clock on the wall there. It's been there more than 100 years, it has.
You know, I never have been able to figure out why you keep that old thing. If you haven't noticed, it doesn't even have an hour hand.
It's been like that 25 years to the day.
And in all that time, you've never gotten your clock fixed?
Durson.
Durson, in all that time, you don't dare get your own clock fixed?
Here, read this.
Ew, what is this? This paper is brown from age. But it says, "Take your time. Don't touch my hands. Forevermore, this warning stands to he who tinkers with this clock. Bad times will come, your life to rock. 25 years from this day hence shall retribution at your expense the quarter century now shall fill. So dread this time to kill." Ew. What is this poem and what does it mean?
Well, it's believed to be the words of Nasty Nordstrom.
Nasty Nordstrom? Who or what is that?
Well, Nasty was the town beautician back in 1994. Back then, she went by the name of Natasha. But after September the 27th, everybody just seemed to call her Nasty.
Natasha. That's a pretty name. Wonder what changed her from Natasha to Nasty, I ask you.
Nobody seems to know for sure. They say it happened the night of the fish fry and bag lunch social down at the Baptist church. You look a mite uncomfortable, maybe even scared, Miss Nancy. Did you know Nasty Nordstrom, Miss Nancy?
Me? No. I've never heard of her. And who are you anyway? Coming here and asking foolish questions and prying into the lives of decent folk. Gramps, who is this woman?
I'd like for you to meet Grace Gumshoe, private eye I brought in from the city to figure out this mystery. Nancy Grace, Grace Nancy.
Grace Nancy? Your name is Grace Nancy?
No, Grace Gumshoe here. I don't know where Gramps got that Grace Nancy business, but I am intrigued by your name, Nancy Grace. Seems like a phony name if I ever heard one.
Phony? You call my name phony? Well, how have you know that I've had that name all my life and it's Nancy Grace? But my name isn't. I mean,
Changing your moniker again, suspicious seems to me.
I'm changing nothing. My name always has been and always will be Nancy Northstring.
North strings, Nancy. Something about that name. Let me see. I better make notes here in my PI notebook. Get back to that a little bit later. First, I want to know, though, what's with the Grace name?
Gramps, this woman is driving me insane.
Slow down there, girl. Look, her name is Nancy Nordstrings, just like your name is Grace Gumshoe. I was just introducing you two young ladies.
Hey, hold it right there. Time for truth. Name, occupation, social security number. Give.
Willie Mae Watchman, Town Watchmaker, 3456789. Or is it 2345678? No, I'm sure it's 3456778. No, wait, let me check.
Real slow moves there. Take your time.
Time? I've got nothing but time. Get it? Watchmaker, nothing but time. Get it? It's an industry joke. You probably wouldn't get it.
We didn't take the time, and we are grateful for that.
Well, gotta go make time.
Oh, wait just a minute. I have a few questions for you.
Questions for me? Now why would a private eye have questions for me this time?
And just how did you know it was a private eye?
Lucky guess. And the fact that you have it written on the back of your shirt.
You know, you just can't trust a watchmaker goes reading the back of people's shirts. That's what we in the biz call an 843.
843? What's an 843?
843, I know that one.
I'll bet you do. I bet you've seen a few 843s in your day.
Yes, I have. I have seen 843s twice a day, as a matter of fact.
Wow! Willie Mae Watchman, you see 2 843s every single... Wait a minute. What's an 843 and why does it happen twice a day?
Yeah, why don't you come clean on that about 2 843s you have every day?
Yeah, I have 2 843s every day, but I just don't see what the big deal is.
Oh, you sniveling little parasite, of course you don't see what the big deal is that you have 2 843s every single day. I have a good mind to clean your clock.
I'd be much obliged, Miss P.I., but this time please don't scratch my face.
Oh, Willie Mae Watchman! Please, you've got to tell me. I'm dying of curiosity. What's an 843 that it happens twice every single day?
Easy. 843 is 17 minutes of 9. One happens in the AM, one happens in the PM. I just can't believe you didn't know this after all this time. Well, I'd love to stay and watch what's going on here, but my hands are full. Get it? Hands full. Clocks have hands. Full. It's an industry joke. You probably wouldn't get it.
We didn't take the time, and we are grateful for that.
Well, gotta go. Watch me fly.
Wow. Hey, she's a different kind of one, isn't she?
If you ask me, she's 2 TikToks full of a foot bong bong.
Hi, everybody. Tammy! I love your shirt. Oh, and your jacket. Oh, it's just so
Hey, just wait a minute here. This is not some coming out soiree we're having here. I'll have you know I'm trying to find the person, man or woman, that wrote that note.
Certainly you don't think I had anything to do with the note or the death threat.
Sure as my name is Grace, I'm not taking anything for granted. And wait a minute. How did you know it was a death threat? Only the guilty one would know that. Want to explain your way out of this one, young lady?
I don't know that I can. But I guess you've got me dead to rights, so I guess I'll fess up.
Might go easier on you that way.
The reason I knew it was a death threat was...
Yes?
The reason was it's written in red marker on the back of the note. I saw it when I read it.
I'll be hog-tied. There it is, B65-4 red marker.
No, it's B65-8.
Don't you wiggle a muscle there, Miss Tammy. You've got some explaining to do. Let me see what I have about you in my handy PI notebook.
You've got nothing. Nothing. You've got...
Actually, I have peanut butter on you. Must have dropped there from breakfast this morning. No matter, doesn't change a thing. Here we are, Tammy Thom.
It's pronounced Tom. It's written like Thom, but it sounds like Tom.
Doesn't make any sense. Why would it be written like Thom if it sounds like Tom?
Woo! That's got a jazzy beat. Written like Thom, but it sounds like Tom. Written like Thom, but it sounds like Tom. Written like Thom, but it sounds like Tom.
My old dumb heart can't take all this prancing around.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, I do have some questions for oh, who do we have here? Pastor Thyme?
No! It's written like time, but it sounds like time. Written like time, but it sounds like time. Written like time, but it sounds like time.
We are Methodists and we do not believe in dancing. Sinful! Sinful!
That's just awful. Whatever can we do this time? I know. We don't have to call it dancing. We can call it interpretive movement.
It'll be fine.
Brilliant! Simply brilliant. Tell me, has anyone approached you about being the chair of SPR? No. Brilliant mind on your shoulders. You'll go far.
Whatever is happening here? All of this noise! The citizens of the town of Tick, they don't like that noise. As mayor of the town of Tick, I swore a solemn oath there would be no noise happening here. And what is happening? Noise, that's what.
Mayor Gerda Glockenspiel, I understand?
Glockenspiel. Glockenspiel. Like that there TikTok clock. Not glockenspiel, like that thing that goes zoomsies and makes all that noise. We don't like that noise here in the town of Tick. We don't.
Got a noise problem, I see. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Interesting also how there are people to be fed. Good, decent, upstanding people who have not received their meals. So what we shall do is put this criminal investigation on hold until meals have been served, appetites satisfied. But fear not, justice shall prevail. Immediately following the luscious meal we will return, at which time we will ask the tough questions. Questions like, for Willie Mae Watchman, we need to know why Willie Mae makes her watches with pictures of Walter, the wetback sea lion, on the back, inside the case where only watch repairmen can ever see. Could it be that Willie Mae has a wicked secret that's way out? And for Tammy Tom, yes, Tammy Tom, the two-timer Tammy. Why would Tammy Tom be a two-timer when Tammy Tom is a timekeeper at the time trials too? And don't try your famous disguises, Tammy Tom, like being Tam Time, or Time Tame, or worse yet, Tommy Tom. And perhaps Pastor Time would care to share her given names with the fine people of the town. Pastor Time, who hitherto has only used her initials, O.V. We will find that her true name is Over Time, thus explaining why her sermons run well into the late afternoon each Sunday. Our Mayor Gerda Glockenspiel, dear Gerda Glockenspiel, what will her faithful town citizens have to say when they are told that the town of Tick was once the town of, yes, Tick-Tock? You see, Gerda Glockenspiel hides a secret, for she, in a moment of weakness, sold off the tock just so she could keep on ticking. Well, all we have to say to Maria Gerda is tut-tut, shame on you, sacrificing your talk for an immortal tick. My, sweet petite Nancy Norstrings. You see, Nancy too hides a devastating secret. The secret she hopes no one will ever find out. As if we wouldn't find out. In Nasty's hometown, on the remote Atlantic island of Newfoundland, the natives speak with a really unique, gorgeous accent, which, although nominally English, is to varying degrees unintelligible to those outside the rock fortress. The Norstrings, translated into Newfie culture, is none other than Nordstrom. Aha! Yes, you see, Nancy Norstrings is really none other than the one and only Nasty Nordstrom, the boldly banned beautician of sad standing among Tick's connoisseur class customers, clients and customers of carriage, and carnivants. Sorry, carnivants isn't actually a word, but I ran out of C's. And don't let that sweet apple pie and chocolate running shoe smiles of Gramps fool you. Beneath that sweet demeanor is yuck. Sweetness. Yes, wall-to-wall sweetness. Now we all know that anyone with all that sweetness must be hiding deep, dark secrets. And what secret may be yours, good Gramps, the grandiose guardian of great ostentatious opulence, brazen, bare-faced, brass, blatant, unbearable, best in the book? We shall find you out. Yes, these and all other slips of the tongue and tipping of tiptoes shall be unearthed, excavated from exited, long since forgotten closets, where with countless other corrupt and corny cliches shall come forth the findings of fellows fraught with frightful follies, of situations long since strengthened by soiled circumstance. And now, to eat, perhaps to enjoy the culinary cookery, the great gastronomic galaxy of workings of well-worn hands, which have hewn hearty, heavenly feast of food fare for famous followers of fun and frolic. And these miserable wretches, their punishment shall be to serve the gala feast for the fine fellows here assembled. Now then, you Nancy, you Willie Mae, on Grace and on Gramps, to the tables you go, take care for the lamps. Away you go, Gerda, and also you, Pastor. The people are hungry, you'll have to work faster. Tammy Tom, now for you. Your job is important. Around each table, there'll be no talk discordant. From table to table, you must flit and sow seed that none of our guests shall lack coffee or tea. There now, all in readiness, we are all there. So we call on the pastor to bless this food in prayer.
Blessed Heavenly Father, thank you for this glorious day you've given us. Bless this food to the nourishment of our body, and thank you for the farmers that grew it, and the truck drivers that brought it to the factories, and the factory workers, and the people in the grocery store.
Amen.
Yikes! You scared the livers out of me, you did.
Livers? You mean liver or livers? Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the bad guy. I don't have to. You need to be watched. I don't have to apologize to you. You need to be watched. And who better to watch than the town watchmaker?
Watch me? Why would you watch me?
Because, like I said, you're the bad guy. And like that voice said, you sold the talk from TikTok for your own personal gain. Despicable.
It wasn't like that at all, I tell you. We had an emergency. The horse was in the veil, so to speak.
Horse in the bell? I mean, well? Can you care to explain that one?
Well, you know very well that the only industry in the town of Tick is watch building.
Yes, I'm a watch builder. I mean, watch builder.
Yes, you are, and very good one too. Well, thing was, times were tough, and we had to make a decision. Close all of the watch shops or give some money somewhere. Just then, there was this that said to me, I will buy the talk from your Tick. At first, I refused. After all, where are you going to go when you've lost your talk? But then, I think maybe this could work. So I sell the talk to their voice, and our problem was solved. The crisis was behind us, and the watch shops were saved.
Wow, you did that for us watchmakers? I mean, watchmakers? I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Mayor Glockenspiel.
Oh, that's okay. I understand. But if the bad guy's not me, and the bad guy's not you,
There's the guilty one.
Righto you are, Tom Tammy. The jig is up.
It's Tom, and where's the jig?
Oh, don't be coy, girl.
I can't be a cowgirl. I don't even know how to ride a horse.
You can't ride a horse?
No, I don't know how to ride a
Well,
horse.
then you can't be the guilty one either.
just because she can't ride a horse, that means she's not the guilty one?
Elementary. To get the note behind the clock, the killer had to be sitting on a horse.
I'm so impressed, watch lady. I misjudged you. You know, if you ever want to give up watchmaking, become a peon, you just look me up, okay?
All right.
All right, if none of us are the bad guy, then who is it?
I've had my suspicions about that one.
Well, that is no way to talk about a woman of the cloth.
Woman? Of the cloth? Oh, no. I don't mean the pastor. She can't be guilty. She wears a black hat.
Of course that means she can't be the guilty one. What does wearing a black hat have to do with anything?
Watchmakers wear black. We would never destroy our own creation.
Oh, makes sense. I think so. You mean?
I mean Nancy. She just doesn't ring true this time.
Okay, you two, over here. So, Pastor, looks like you're off the hook. So that leaves Nancy as our primo suspecto.
Guess again, Gumshoes.
Gumshoe.
Whatever. Look, it couldn't be Nasty or whatever her name is. It couldn't be her.
And that would be because?
Because the voice I heard was a man's voice. Next question.
That leaves.
Me.
Gramps, was it you actually?
No, it wasn't me either, Nancy. I was the only one who knew about the note. If it'd been me, I would have destroyed the evidence.
Yeah. That leaves no one.
Over here.
What?
Look at this table.
Who is that man down?
Look at those beady eyes, that weak chin. No doubt about it, guilty.
No.
I hate to admit it, but you're right.
Did you see that one?
Can't do it. Yes,
You know what? You go check over there. I'm gonna go over this one.
come along, this way.
You there? You're not wearing black.
Careful. Take it easy. Here. Here.
there you are. Up there.
We shall see.
And you must eat your dessert. Eat. Eat your dessert. Eat all of them. Hurry up. Let us eat.
You're on your own.
They have a wonderful day, said no visitation, they will not
These guilty people are very happy.
No, we're not
They
happy at
should
all.
be more serious, more concerned.
This is awful punishment.
Way more concerned. Oh, I will.
I have been watching these captives, and you know what? They're not guilty.
You know, Pastor, I think you're right. It's the first case I've had that's gone unsolved.
There, gumbos.
Gumshoe.
Whatever. We all have our down days. I'm going to tell you something, make you feel better. One Sunday I preached 25 minutes longer than I was supposed to.
Yes, I was there. And I was glad to get home at a decent time for a change.
My family was very impressed. They wanted to know if the pastor could get such nice laryngitis all the time.
Anyway, as I was saying, we all have our down days. We still think you're the best PI ever, Ms. Gonchoos.
Gumshoe.
Whatever.
Okay, I know where the pastor is going with this. So, does it really matter if we know who the real person was that wrote that note?
Well, you know, God knows, and God's always ready to forgive.
And after all, isn't that the least we can do? Nobody was really hurt.
Well, but it's too bad we couldn't get to know the person behind the voice, though, so we could tell him that God loves him, and so do we.
You know, you're right. So many people feel so lost and alone and unloved. If only they could know that God loves them all the time.
That is so true. It must be just awful to go through life lost and alone when God's waiting all the time.
Maybe if we could just pray for the man behind that voice, he would know that we forgive him and that we'd like to be his friend.
What is all that caterwauling? You know, I think I know that voice.
Of course you know that voice. It's him.
The voice?
Hey, you, boys, you get out here this minute. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, and you best be out here. 1, 2.
Hey, you, come over here. Your face looks awful familiar. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Yes, Mr. Gramps, sir. You may not remember me. My name is Normie Normans.
Normie Normans? Bill and Tessie's boy?
Yes, sir.
Why, Bill and Tessie were dear friends of mine.
Well, listen, if you knew Gramps, why did you do it?
I didn't seem to have any friends. I just wanted someone to notice me.
Don't you know that God is always your friend and he's always watching you?
I didn't realize that until I heard what you guys were talking about here just a minute ago.
Well, it's true. God tells us he will never leave us or forsake us.
I guess I forgot that, didn't I? I'd like to change my life and start doing something useful.
Ooh, hey, you ever want to become a watchmaker? Everybody watches you. Well, Normie, I'll be your friend so you'll never be alone again.
We need to remember that loneliness is the killer, but God is the cure.
You know, I think we should sing a song now.
What do you want to sing?
That song that we've been practicing for 6 weeks while we rehearse this drama. That one. Yeah, that one.
Lynn! I don't think you were supposed to say that so the audience could hear.
I don't think you were supposed to call me Lynn either.
Might we better sing now?
Yes.
We searched and searched
until the very end, and then we found a very good friend. We find a man, a monster, end to end, and then we met Norm. Sometimes you think, you feel that you're without a friend, but you should know God is your friend. He will never let you down, he'll never ever treat his children that way. That's not his way, that's not his way. Woo!